It is definitely a real problem we're facing. And one of the big issues about climate change in terms of politics is it's not a fast process, it's a slow process.
There's so many people still living directly from the earth, from nature and with nature, and they are affected first. And there's a majority out there living like this.
My name is Matthias Braschler. Me and my partner Monika Fischer, we're portrait photographers. In 2007 we did a project in China where we photographed average people all over the country. And there we saw in a very extreme form what happens if an economy is developing very fast and how humans impact on nature. That was the moment when we had this idea to do something about climate change. And we were just interested to do it in our way, which means not photographing melting glaciers, but giving people a voice that are being affected. We were in 16 different countries in all continents. In all these places we've talked to people who told us how they experienced the changes.
The last few years we've had very little rain and have been virtually in continuous drought for, I'd say, 8 of the last 10 years.
In the last 40 years we gained 1 degree as an average here in our vineyards. If temperatures continue to increase, it will be very difficult for us. Our only alternative is to move to the higher areas.
During the last flood, a lot of people lost their shrimp farms and they cannot get rice, etc. And for that, people are leaving from here.
Before we started, of course, we did a lot of research. We read the IPCC report about the effects of climate change on a global level. We talked to scientists. We had to be sure that where we go, that climate change is really a major factor in what's happening.
When we went to Ladakh in the north of India, we met a lot of people that had problems with flash floods. Flash floods are going through their houses, ruining their fields, is taking away their existence. This family we were taking the picture of, they said they have no other choice. They cannot move away. They said they just don't have the means. We also went to Colorado and looked at the problem with the pine beetle. And you look at this beautiful forest turning red, but you have to know these red trees are dead. Normally they're green. And they're turning red because the pine beetle is killing them. It's because the winters are milder. Normally the cold winters should kill a certain amount of beetles. And it has been dry for years and years, so the trees are not strong enough. They don't have the sap to kill the beetles anymore. In Peru, we went up to the high Andes and wanted to look at the problem of warmer climate. Up there, they even told us it's not just warmer. The weather became extremer. It's colder and it's warmer. Juliana, this little lady, we found her sitting there and herding her llamas. She said, I never learned to read or to write, but I can tell you what I can observe. And I see it every day and I see the changes. It's just not true anymore. What we knew is normal. It's changing. It's very hard for the animals. They're having sicknesses they've never known before. It's very difficult for the animals to adapt to the extremes. The same, of course, for the people.
We don't have the idea that people look at the photos and think, oh, I have to change my life. But maybe they become a bit more aware and change a little bit. And that would be good enough for us. Would be a success for us.